Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Virgo. So, Virgo, as usual, I'm doing your reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. Um, okay, Virgo, it feels like you are asking for divine help, asking for support and guidance from the universe. And the way that you're doing so is that you're staking very um, uh, confidently, or perhaps, that kind of thing, like fake it until you make it. It's like maybe you're faking, in a sense, your confidence, but because you want motivation or guidance or inspiration, perhaps, from the universe, from the cosmos. And I feel like your asking is being heard, is being received, and you're receiving an answer. But the timing of the answer, or like the approach of the answer, or the way that the answer is reaching you, it's making you suspicious about whether or not this is the answer. Or like, what do you do about it? Like, do you go for it, or do you keep your distance? And I feel like ultimately you will let your curiosity lead you forward. But before, it's like you have to deal with a little bit of like self-judgment, perhaps, or what is the name of that syndrome? When I was talking about like fake it until you make it, it's almost like you have to believe in yourself more than ever. But it seems like maybe you're receiving an answer before than you expected, or like it's not what you expected. So it's like you're just suspicious of it. Okay, so but let's start from the beginning with the Magician. So this card actually came through with support from the universe, support from the Magician. But I feel like this is not it's not the universe speaking here. Is you seeking out help, is you wanting to reach out for the universe to hear you, right? The way that I'm seeing this, it's like, sometimes I see this part of the hat as the veil, and this part as the lens that is going to pierce through the veil and reach the other side, right? You see the stars here. So this is the other side. This is, heaven, or, beyond the atmosphere, beyond the 3D. So you're wanting support. It's like you're actively, the way that I'm seeing it, it's like you're actively looking up to the sky and asking and wanting and um um I was going to say begging, but it's not come to that point yet. I feel like you're just very mindfully, intentionally asking for help, seeking guidance, seeking support, seeking assistance. Because with the Queen of Wands coming next, Virgo, there's something about your confidence that maybe you're rethinking, or you just want to increase your level of self-confidence, or it's like it's almost like you want to keep this spark alive in you. Maybe you want to keep yourself motivated for life, or maybe for something specifically. But to be honest, I feel like it's more general than that because of the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups, to me, is the card of co-creating from the heart. So I feel like your intention, your motivation, at least, faking until you make it, Virgo, it's like you want to be heard by the universe. You want to be seen. You want to work together. You want to co-create with the universe, and it's like you're being very clear about it, but it's I feel like it could be in desperation for something, or like, maybe because you feel like your energy level is going down, or somehow you feel like this part of like faking until you make it won't last longer than you thought you could. It's like you won't be able to hold this level of high self-confidence, or like attempt to be extremely self-confident and motivated to co-create if the universe doesn't respond or doesn't give you some sort of answer. So maybe you're claiming that you are ready, like, or you're just affirming to the universe, I am ready to work with you, listen to me. It's something like that, because I feel like your intention is very pure, is very it's kind of like it's very dramatic, to be honest, but uh it's very felt, right? It's very your reasons, behind this act of perhaps desperation, or simply you're tired of making it very low key, or very like in your mind perhaps. So it's like maybe this is your last try of being heard, of it's like it's coming through as like an exclamation mark. It's like you're tired of being subtle, perhaps you're tired of remaining in this very uh it's like perhaps you want passion, you want, the way that you want to co-create is through passion, is through an immense wave of creativity, going through you or running down you. Because maybe you're ready to co-create with the universe to the point that you will feel your body moving differently, or you will feel like you will connect with the source of inspiration, of divine inspiration, in a way that perhaps you never have. But okay, so if you're asking with this exclamation mark, with maybe this dramatic asking, but just to show how it's not committed, but it's more like intentional, how intentional you are, how present you are, you receive the answer. The answer comes with the Hangman. But this is the weird response of the universe, because the way that I'm seeing this is like a hook, like a fishing hook. So it comes in a weird way. It comes in with an unexpected type of response. Because as I said, it's like with this magician, it's like I'm seeing you looking up to the sky. So the moment that you do, there is something that comes from the sky, if it makes sense. As if you were a fish underwater. And you're, let's imagine that fish have this human consciousness. So you're swimming in the sea, and you're just intentionally asking for something to come to you, this divine inspiration. And there is this hook that suddenly, presents itself in front of you. So there is this second of, what is this? It's almost like, I don't understand exactly what I'm seeing. What is this vision? What is this sign? What is this response? But there is this second of maybe considering if this is a threat or not, and judging from afar, with the Judgment card coming next. Judging from afar if this could be potentially harmful to you, Virgo, in a sense of, it's the way that I'm seeing it's like, I'll use this word because it's the word that I'm hearing, but I am reluctant to use it because there's a lot in this word, a lot of preconceptions, but it's almost like, are you scared of being abducted? Are you scared of, being removed from this reality, or from this, like this 3D consciousness, right? It's like this, like your human self perception, right? Perspective. So there is something about you trying to judge this from afar that is, it's almost like this is kind of like the cultural concepts that are creating this judgment, that are creating this suspicion, that are placing on top of this symbol, on top of this response from the universe, whether or not this is a threat, whether or not this is something that is going to be hindering your path, or are you going to be completely, because the way that I'm seeing this, it's like losing your mind, or like it's like being misplaced, or being displaced. Is that the right way to say it? It's like yeah, being taken from your natural environment, your natural habitat, right? Just like a fish, that is being caught. So I feel like there is a moment of critical analysis, of judgment, of trying to investigate, but from afar. And I feel like the card that is coming next, which is the Page of Swords, it's actually the guidance here. It's like, remove this cultural filter, this judgmental filter with this card, because this is like the way that I'm seeing this hammer is like, this is like an imposed type of thought, or like it's not natural. It's essentially been given to you, or been passed down to you, this sort of suspicion, right? So with the Page of Swords, this is talking about, be curious, Virgo. Use your curiosity as the tool, and not the judgment as the tool. Because I feel like there is something about your innocent curiosity that is making you lean in this direction. But there's something about maybe the cultural, social, maybe the family values that you have received. It's like they are making you lean backwards. So there is almost like this standstill mode, that you don't know exactly what to do about this response. Because after all, you asked, maybe you were asking for a sign from the universe. Maybe you were asking for something specifically. It could be, not just in this general terms of, let me co-create with you, right? I'm ready, I am willing, I am showing up, I am here for it, I am intentional about it, and my intentions are good, right? It's like they are coming from a heart space. So it's like it's almost like, it's like this kind of like presenting your resume for the universe and saying, listen, I am down for it, listen to me. And then when the universe does, it's like, and here comes the response. And it's interesting because, the Hanged Man can be seen as like a suspension mode. So perhaps there is this kind of like, it's almost like that split second that feels like eternal, that you don't know what to do. It's almost like the moment that you see this, the moment that you actually perceive that what you're seeing, what you're receiving is this response that you so deeply asked for it, right? So there is this moment where time, okay, so that's the thing. It's not that you're in this standstill mode. Yes, it is, but it's like the consequence of this time standing still, the moment that you receive this answer and you're analyzing it from different perspectives. Because one is this kind of like learned filter, this learned behavior, this learned way of interpreting information. The other one is a more naive, a more innocent, a more uncompromised type of curiosity, that it's very it hasn't been disturbed or distorted by cultural beliefs, by social norms, by common sense values, you see? So this is like what is making you lean forward. But I feel like there is like maybe it's not just a split second, right? Maybe you are kind of like, you know, dealing with this image, with this sign, with this response for some time, right? The at least the perception that you have, Virgo, is that you are completely suspended of reality, of everything that is going on around you. But then with the Nine of Wands ending here, your reading, this is the beauty of it. Do you go with what you have learned from your family, from society, from culture, from school? Do you go with your innocence? Do you go with your curiosity? Do you go with this inkling that is pulling you forward, that it might be naive, it might be very inexperienced or unprepared, or so childlike that you are not seeing the danger, or, you know, the challenges at least? Because the Nine of Wands has this kind of like this double energy to it, one that is more traditional, and perhaps this is what is going to be on the back of your mind, right? All of the judgment, all of the cultural background that could impose this feeling of maybe it's dangerous, maybe it's a threat, maybe it's not good for me, maybe it's going to harm me, right? Maybe there are going to be challenges ahead. So that could be still in the back of your mind. But I feel like if you choose, and this is what I feel like you are, because the page is closest to the Nine of Wands, and this is the path ahead. So, and as I said, because you came with the Queen of Wands, it's almost like you are in your last, you know, leaders of motivation, of energy, of you know, faking this self-confidence, so you won't be able to do so for longer than you have, right? It's like you're reaching your limit in terms of showing your intention and being heard. So when this path, which is, you know, an energetic path, no matter how energetic it presents itself as, right? So it could be challenging, it could be beautiful, it could be a delight, it could be a surprise, it could be very exhaustive, right? But you don't know that until you walk that path. So the other meaning is also like the beauty that you can find overcoming the challenges, right? Seeing that there are beautiful blooms that are about to blossom. So I feel like if you lead with this curiosity and let it guide you instead of being led by the judgments that were overimposed on you, Virgo, it's like you will find that the path itself will energize you, will give you the motivation, will give you the maybe source of divine inspiration that you're seeking. But there is this moment of deep consideration, deep analysis, that maybe you feel like you should be mature, or you should be responsible, or you should listen to those who love you perhaps, or listen to those who know best, instead of going with your naive innocence, instead of letting your curiosity lead you towards a path that is unknown. But at the same time, it's like it's being shown to you as a response to what you have asked, and it's according to your energy. So there is this resemblance, there is this accord, there is this energetic field that is coherent to your vibration. So in a sense, no matter how much you have to think about it, no matter how much you are judging it by, judging a book by its cover essentially, but it's like you're being cautious enough, but to a certain degree. After that, you want to try it out, right? Essentially, you want to just give it a try. And this is how I feel like you're ending here this part of your reading, giving it a try, at least to see what it presents to you if you move forward. So Virgo, I am going to pull more cards for you, and I'm also going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.